How you doing, guys? Phantom TCG here, and today I'm gonna show you a combo. Uh, I saw one of the comments uh, that was asking why I run one hedgehog, and I will gladly explain the reason why I built my deck in this certain way. So, alright, first of all, I just wanna, if I'm going first, I want to do the Avermax combo, summoning Avermax, or at least during my opponent's turn or during my turn, summoning Winda. Since those are the two cards that will put my opponent in a very stupid situation. Since summoning just Winda by itself will lock your opponent to doing multiple plays. If he's playing a combo deck like this day, if you're playing against Domatica, I play a lot against Domatica. Uh, Basically, they'll have two options: summon Makaba or summon any Dogmatica monsters, unless they have one flare in their two flare in their hand. That's the only way to bypass this, because summon the first one during my turn and then summoning the other one. But you can always set Shaddoll Fusion and then summoning Winda when your opponent triggers one effect. So, first of all, for this combo, you will need one fusion spell, one Sakumara or Wendy, and one light monster. Now, I have multiple ways to access my light monsters in a couple of ways. First of all, obviously, if I hard draw uh, the light chattel monster, or obviously using Foolish Burial to ditch Hedgehog, this two card can get me to my light monsters. Same thing, I can use Foolish Burial, ditch Hedgehog, and search any of these monsters in here. Mainly Sakumara, since is the one that I really like to go with the combo, just to fill my graveyard, so I can activate Pot of Avarice. Now, with that out of the way, the other card I have that will give you multiple access to multiple cards is Terraforming. This can be a light monster, and this can be a polymerization. In here you can see I'm playing Trickstar-like stage and Fusion Recycling Plant. Trickstar-like stage, when you activate, you basically search one Trickstar monster. So you can search for Corbane or for Candinia or Corbane. In this case, obviously, you already have access to the light monsters. Now, for these monsters, I already explained the reason how to get into them. You can use Foolish Boreal or hard drawing them and the one Hedgehog. And then obviously, these are all the cards you have for fusion summoning. Let me put Terraforming here, so you have 9 ways to access cards to fusion. Same thing, obviously, if you fuel your graveyard, you can use Shadow's Schism to do a lot of stuff. And in case you actually brick, you have a Sinister Shadow game, as I explained in the deck profile. Now, I'll show you the long process and the one that I really enjoy, opening with one Candina, one Sakumara, and El Shadow Fusion. This can be any other fusion spell. Now, I'll show you the combo really quickly. First of all, what you need to do is normal summon your Candina. Candina effect will activate, searching your Corbane. And then you're going to special summon Corbane, since you don't have any other monsters, and you control and you only control Trickstar monsters. Now you're going to play Shadow Fusion. In this case, doesn't matter which monster you will like, but I will use Candina for this example. I will fusion summon for Construct. Construct will trigger and Sakumara will trigger. In this case, you can choose the chains depending on what you think your opponent will negate. One will ditch the Wendy, and the other one is going to ditch Reed Shuttle Incarnation. Now, Wendy is going to trigger. I'll put the graveyard up here so you can see it. In this side, I will use this side as the link thingy. When Wendy will trigger, summoning your only copy of Ariel, since you really don't want to open with this card. This is basically a brick, but sometimes it's not that wow. It's not that of a brick, but you can still manage to pull the combo. You set it, then you're going to link away these two guys up, summoning Cross Sheep. Now you're going to use Shaddoll Fusion, Shaddoll Incarnation, banishing your construct. It's a very staple combo for the, but for the people that they don't know it, this is the combo. You're gonna flip Ariel. Ariel's effect will trigger special summoning construct. Cross Sheep and construct will trigger. With construct, you can send any Shaddoll card that you really need in your graveyard. You can set Hedgehog to get one extra card in your hand. But in this case, I'm going to ditch my Shaddoll's Schism. And Cross Sheep will revive one monster, and really kind of doesn't matter depending. Well, it depends on which play will do. If you're going first, you will like to revive a flip effect monster, because in this case you're going to link these two guys away, summon your Shaddoll Construct. You're going to link these two guys up, summoning Crusadia Avermax. Then you're going to use Construct's effect, destroy this construct. And sorry, I totally forgot. When this construct gets linked away for Cross Sheep, you're going to add one DL Shaddoll Fusion. This is very important sometimes. Construct's effect will trigger. You can trigger it in the graveyard, sending construct to the grave. L Shaddoll construct to the graveyard, special summoning her. This construct will trigger again, adding your Schism, and you still have two other cards in your hand to play. Now, that's basically the combo I always try to do, because in my opponent's turn, if they activate a card to special summon a monster, I'll just flip L Shaddoll Fusion, and I can use construct and one monster from my hand to summon another construct, or to summon Winda, depending on the situation. But if my opponent summons a monster that I know is going to be hard to get rid of, for example, they summon a Dragoon, then you're basically going to whenever your opponent activates the card Resolve Dragoon, when Dragoon sorry, I'm not gonna do that. But when your opponent summons activates Red Eyes Fusion, you're going to use Schism's effect, special summoning the Winda, and sending the Dragoon to the graveyard with Schism's effect. That's one of the only ways to get rid of the Dragoon. Now, if you're going second, since you can do a lot of stuff, when you get to ditch this part, if I'm not mistaken, you had this and this. This is your normal board. In this case, you can summon Borosaur and go for the OTK. That's what I normally do, in case I'm going second. If not, I'll try to go for the long game and try to set up for the window. Now, in this situation, you can just link link away this with these guys right here into your Borosaur, since you obviously will have more cards in your hand, and you have an extra additional one since you're going second. The chances of you actually having another monster in your hand to fusion summon is going to be there. But like I said, it always depends on the if you're going second. So you can summon Candina with Cross Sheep. Construct's effect will trigger, adding the other spell fusion that you ditch. In this case, you won't ditch Schism, you ditch your Shaddoll Fusion. You add it to your hand, and then play it. Use one Shaddoll monster in your graveyard and look at, in your hand, and with the Candina, and then summon a second construct. And that basically kind of have your OTK, because you attack with Borosaur, then you attack directly construct, depending on the situation and how many monsters your opponent has. And that's basically it. That's the entire combo, and the me explaining the reason why I play certain cards. Hope you enjoyed this video and found this video helpful. I will put the link to my deck profile in the description so you can see it, and obviously in the future when new cards come out, I'll probably be doing an update to this deck, since this is basically my favorite deck to play. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to support the channel, and peace.